Should I start now, Ravi? Of May 1970. Actually, that also came very spontaneously. Because the atmosphere was not ready as yet. And the evolutionary last jump of human beings into the unconscious was organized and arranged and thought of. But the time to do that was depending on many factors. The first factor, the foremost factor was how far human beings have been able to keep them in the central part. That was the most important. Because as far as the development of the intelligence was concerned, or say the ego and superego was concerned, the process was over. It was just it. This happened the time I was born. And when this body came on this earth, it came with all the symbols. That's why so many people saw the speed chakra coming, which exists in the Sahasrara. And it saw also the cross coming. They saw also the Muladhara symbol, swastika coming down. But the process of activating those symbols started much earlier than the last one, which happened on the 5th of May 1970. In my own lifetime, apart from what happened earlier in this lifetime of mine, the first chakra of Muladhara was activated in the year 1950. When I was in Simla, it happened. The Muladhara chakra has got, swastika as emblem, and the swastika completely started revolving in the sky. And the chakra formed the lining of the sky, which opened up, and through that the symbol came out, and the symbol also then sort of emitted light, and that also then opened the sky even higher. That's how the first chakra opened up. I mean, to describe it is very difficult, because it's a thing that moves, like the smoke that moves. And so to describe it in its whole appearance is difficult, because you see the movement of the smoke here. It's so mobile. In the same way, the chakra is also a very mobile. It is a living, mobile thing. It changes its form, becomes bigger, smaller, expands, revolves, stops. Now the swastika was the first symbol, and it's the most important one. And that started in 1950, as I told you, when I was in Simla. When it happened, after that, one by one, the centers started opening out in the sky. But not there, later on and later on and later on. Till it came to the Sahasrara. I won't be able to give you the complete account on what date and how it happened, but at various stages it took place. As it is in the evolutionary stages, you have crossed all these chakras, even yourself. For example, you have controlled the chakra, you have raised your head fully. The primitive people, if you find, they have got this one bending like, but you have got it all right. And then your ego also developed quite a lot. And you were just ready for this Adya, when Christ came in and he also opened this one for you to enter. But in the human awareness, now you must understand that human awareness is what you are today. That is what we call as human awareness. There is no limit to it, because the instrument is the same. For example, today you can play one raga with 5. No permutations and combinations. But tomorrow you may learn to do it even better, and day after tomorrow even better. But it is all placed through one instrument. So the human instrument is the same. Only your awareness increases. So from my birth only the awareness started increasing. But especially this Muladhara's opening, perhaps must be coinciding with the hippie movement. I don't know when it started, but should coincide about that time. Because that's the time Muladhara's opening broke the materialism of materialism. Because of materialism, it is people not their vision of the reality. They never thought of it beyond. And the human beings sort of got materialized into the material. So at that time it was necessary to break and to bring to their awareness the knowledge that matter is not. There's something of the beyond. One has to go beyond. And that happened about 1950 or 49. I really do not know what it exactly was. I did not note it down. But that's the time when I was in India. It happened for the first time. I should say it would be 50 or little earlier. And after that, you see, this new awareness is into human. You see, this is what it is. That you are the same person, but you are open to new dimensions. And this was one of the new dimensions started. That matter broke its form, broke its bondage. And this first chakra is the Jada chakra, is the matter chakra, is made from the Mother Earth. And Ganesha is this. So it is through his power it broke. The bondage of matter on human beings broke. First, there was a struggle between the matter and the spirit, but a point came where the bondage lifted. It had been awareness, in thinking only. Awareness is through thinking, in the thought, in the inspired thought. People felt that we are under the bondage of the matter. So the first thing started. Gradually, one after another, if you see it clearly in those 6 years, suddenly the creativity started. It triggered because of the Sahasrara Puja. People became very free, in a sense, colors now. If you remember in London, before 1950, people used to wear only grey or black. And they would not even smile at you. They were so grey. Everything was so grey. And nobody believed in any color. Even Americans were very grey people before that. But then the color started coming up and people started using the color and lots of colors started flowing all over the world. People believed in color. And they became very colorful. That awareness came when the Sahasrara chakra. So otherwise, you know how it was everywhere. They didn't believe in any color. and even they started painting with more colorful things. At that time, abstraction of art came to be much more prominent also. About that time should be. Of course, it started breaking much earlier, but it really broke about that time that people boldly started displaying abstract art after 1950. Before that, it is sort of everybody used to laugh at it and things like that. Picasso was the one, but Picasso also didn't go to that extent. But later on, I think the lines broke and the color started flowing and the people started putting the color. That's an abstraction of matter. People started going to the abstract side of it. After the Sahasrara Chakra, the Nabhi Chakra started breaking. The Nabhi Chakra's problem was that people started feeling that there's nothing in the plastic, nothing in these things that we are possessing, but the Lakshmi part of it. You see, they felt that the matter is for its aesthetics and not for its value in the market. So people started thinking about the Lakshmi part of it, that how we can take something that is expensive but is beautiful. You see, like the plastics and all that, it really came up with Swadhisthana, started breaking down. Here, once upon a time, plastic was regarded as a thing, and then it broke down. The awareness, you just see how it passed so swiftly from one to another. It has never happened before in that quickness. If you see it in the 50 years of time, it happens like that. So they started taking to the Lakshmi side of the matter, that it should be decorative, it should be joy-giving, and so the antiques and all this, it will be more awareness to antiques also developed, that people said that what's collecting is plastic, and this awareness came. Then came the heart chakra, and with the heart chakra, people started thinking about the pollution part of it and all this that was affecting the security of humanity. They were so aware. Nobody was aware of it. You sort of all your chimneys were closed down and that was done and all that. People became suddenly aware of it because it was making them feel insecure that maybe their existence will be in danger, sort of thing came up. And that's how people became very aware of the pollution and things. And with a sense of security with the atomic bomb. With that, atomic bomb came in. It came as really as a protective measure for us. But then it is the nice thing it came because that really frightened everyone and everybody started sort of becoming alert about it. You see, the German that was muted itself started frightening you. And you said, now, if we try to use this German, it's going to eat all of us. And that's how we jumped into another awareness, I would say, where people started feeling that this world, what is this world after all? We have gone up to atomic bomb, we've done this, we have done that. And what have we achieved? Where are we? This is sort of you started thinking about it. It's such a thing we have seen, the science and everything that we have done. It's not the one that we just did. There's something beyond. And this became a very great, strong feeling in the West. And after, I think, 1960, or 63, I think, started in 1960, great souls started taking part of it. From 60 onwards, very, very great souls started taking part of it. Because they thought that, well, the time has come now for us to come down and have it. But still there are so many of them of it. Now, from 1960 to say 1970, 10 years time was the most crucial time. And the 60 to 70 time was the time when people started becoming conscious about their own realization. 60 to 70. Thinking became sort of a real mass perspective. And they were just like, they didn't know what to do, where to sit, and they were just pressing their heads from 60 to 70. At 70, this thing was thought of. Now, you see this, as this we know that it is a living process, like a tree growing, and the tree when it grows, it doesn't go according to timing, but according to its own style, but steady, of course, it is. And the season comes in. But in the case of SahajaYoga, the whole process is Sahaj, but the whole spontaneous process of God is not based at all on the seasons that He would feel, but the seasons that you would feel. It's a different type. That the season is to be created also by the season. Right? So, it is what happens in evolutionary stages. A person reaches a certain stage, one person, and then he creates a kind of a season. Then the people come up. Then he reaches a certain point, creates another kind of a season, and then people come up. It happens like that. I never knew that it would happen that early, that I would be forced to do a thing of that kind. And it just happened because I saw something terrible happening. I was among some people, which I will tell you later on what happened about the place where I was. The place is known as Naru, where I worked with many other people. And there was a satanic person who was doing satanic things. And I see all that is happening. And I just felt that time has come now. Because once it is spread, then people will become under the gun. And that was the time, and I just pushed my Kundalini up to that. So, once the Kundalini came up with it, I see Sahasrara of the Virata. And I saw the Kundalini of the Virata. That's of mine, but how I saw it, I must say. I saw it from the sun, and I saw it in a slanting way. In a slanting way. I saw in all angles the Kundalini was. Like you can say Qutub Minar, that's like that. I've seen Qutub Minar in India. That's like a telescope. And it opened out like a tuck, 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 tuck. I saw it opening like that, going up. And I saw it in all angles coming before me, so that I could know that where was the problem. So I took out myself to see how it was. And there were big holes also in that Kundalini. And it was in different colors, so that you know all the different colors there are, and mixing with each other. Like you can say, if you have seen the iron rod being heated up in the furnace, the color was like that. It was red, and then another color, and another color, and another color, like that. One after another, the color was coming. And I saw it coming up, bubbling into like that. And the thing opened out like a telescope. And then I saw it, of course, in Agya. And Agya was a narrow place, no doubt, but still, and then I saw it was and Sahasrara was like a huge big look, very huge big look. But you see, you can see with two eyes. If you see as God, then you really see the whole. But you see, as a human being, I saw a look like this, so big as that, like that. So big only, not more than that. I think perhaps in your brain it must be so much. And in my brain also must be so much big. But if you see as a big person, then you see your own big brain. You see, but when you see as a small person, you see that little brain of yours, in which it was just like that. And it was all was, what should you say, pulsating. And in the lower portion of the Sahasrara was a reddish color. It was like lit pure, you can call it, all the colors were there. But I think the violet was not on top. Violet was on the fringes. But ending up into crystal color, absolutely white crystal color. And the thing, you see, was like this. And the two cells of the ego and superego, that felt like that. And it opened out like that. And inside was the yellow of the Agya, I saw very clearly, golden yellow. And inside the yellow was a small little chakra, also very opened out. And fragrance started coming. And the Sahasrara opened out like that. And the Kundalini started pouring it, content into the earth. And then it filled up with very beautiful feeling. And then it started to and thing opened up. And then I felt the torrential rain completely coming on that. Complete. That's the grace I would say. Like the rain of light, but very smooth and very silent. They fell suddenly from the down on the earth. And I felt the whole earth was completely filled with that place, completely dry, and there was nothing left of it. Just like absolutely dissolved every part of it. And then I knew that had come. But in the awareness, you now can feel the collective awareness. I knew it was just happening. And then, as David laughed that day, I also laughed aloud with that. And that was the fifth day of the I should say it was done near the seashore, and for 3 nights I had not slept, so I was just staying there near the sea. I didn't eat anything. I could get into the sea, come back, and then sit down, and was just thinking how to cleanse what world and universe, even if I call it, that this should happen. And it works. Because, I reached the point where I felt that it is important now. There's no more between things. It has to be done. And it happened. And when it happened, I felt the whole thing covered. Maybe something in these days, like I feel that ocean of dreams, filling up every bit of the dream. Everywhere now, absolutely, everywhere. And that's why, when you get your realization, you get a move, how it works out, how it stops, how it helps you, and how it acts on you without even your knowledge. And then you can also see it sometimes. I don't know, I can see all the time. But in India it is much more. That if you see in the sky, you see them just like commas, like small commas. See them glittering in the air. You see, that's not really. Just like half commas. You can see them in the air. And that's what it is. Because that grace which came on this earth broke into these small little commas and spread out everything. And that's us. And that's how now you know the reality. This is what it is. And tonight I'm going to tell you about reality, what reality is. Because so far whatever you have known has been all unreal. Now you know what is reality is. And this is reality is very different from that. The whole thing is changed now. The whole drama is over. Now you know it was a drama. So now you have come to another world. And this is another thing. And that is why today it is very important. That it is important for you that God, in His grace and compassion, has done. And it is more important for you that now you should resolve today to be assimilated into that, to be one with that, to be that, instead of thinking of the past. That was all myth. It's over. Now the myth is over, your eyes are open. So forget about your past and forget what you have done. Even what you so-called sins you have committed is all over now, finished. There's nothing to do with it. It's all over. Come to the present, please come, in this beautiful world of collective quality, where you realize that you are a part and parcel of that great being. And you are not alone. And you are to be pure, and you are to be all right, and you are to be perfectly in harmony with the great being, if the great being has to exist itself. So you don't have to bother much about it. It happens because now you have come into it. But the only thing is you have to go deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself and deny all that is superficial and superfluous and become that what you are. It is a force that would blast really should love and should make it love. Should bless you into that. It should dissolve you into itself. It's a tremendous force. It is not a receiving force as we think, or a very sort of a compromising. No. It is not an aggressive force at all, but it is the force. All others are useless things. It is the light has to end. And the darkness has to go. Because there is no light, that's why there is darkness. So when the light comes in, it doesn't mean it is aggressive the darkness. No, it is not. Because the light is there, the darkness is disappearing. That's why you have to think this time, that you are the light. And when you see, you should be the light. And you should not be afraid as to how to please others, and how to be kind to others. Nothing of that sort of reason. You are speaking with authority itself is the greatest kindness. Because then you tell them that this is the truth. Like a child afraid of a snake lying on the ground. And if you tell the child, no, this is not a snake, just see this, it is not a snake. It's just an ordinary rope. Is there anything wrong in such an aggression? So a SahajaYogi has a very direct responsibility. Unless and until you have that kind of a personality, you cannot emit or reflect it back. You may receive it, but the reflection has to come. You have to give. And so I would like you today that you resolve in yourself. That not only the result of thought, but with empathy. With confidence. Not with aggression, but with confidence. There is nothing to bend before the people who are in the midst. If you have known the reality, it is better you tell them first than to coexist with them and try to keep them down still there. No. You have to tell them, no, this is the thing we found out. It's the fact. It's the truth. We have said it is so. There is God and He is God. And it is He who manages it. He does everything. We are just living in nature. Definitely have your confidence. And that's what they are blessed. That we bless your confidence. But the whole universe blesses confidence in righteousness, in virtue, and in divine providence. Complete confidence into that. Now we are going to have the puja. Those who have come for the first time, I would like one or two of them to come down to the puja here. Now it may be very difficult for people, some of them, to understand why puja is there. Now, you see, these four little things that you give are your own symbols. You give me a flower, alright? What is the flower after all? You give it to somebody. Is that it? But what you do is a symbol of your love. Those symbols are very important because the unconscious understands the symbol and gives you also. So when you do these pujas and things, what happens? The unconscious sees and it's there. It gives you more work. It gives you time. It's a very simple thing if you understand that puja has nothing to do with a particular flower as such. But the very subtle feeling that is inside, that when you are giving the flower to the unconscious, it accepts and it emits more light. It is to be experienced and to be found out. And then you should know that it's a tremendous thing. And through puja only we have seen that people have come out very fast. It's a very fast moving kundalini. When it is present in the puja like this, it moves very fast. It's clear to you. And you really with that laughter is a very good word. That's how you feel the puja's vibration when it goes down. So don't be skeptical about it. Don't be keep yourself in. Because to undergo a puja is not easy for me because I get tremendous vibrations. I need at least 10,000 people to absorb them. And very few people it's difficult. So very difficult for me, and I get then I have to sleep off to take them back. But the more you absorb, the more you are going to be helped. And I will be helped too. You see, I can't live without you, and you can't live. It's a mutual problem. So, it's a fact, I tell you. It's a fact. And I have to surrender to your humanness that you have thought. Because your absorption is going to release you out of the world. This is what it is. It's absolutely mutual admiration for that. So there is nothing that I am doing against you or you are doing. It's all mutual admiration. When you give me something, I give you something. Now, supposing if somebody is made to stand with all these things on his head all the time, supposing, now, case like then desire. In the same way, when you give it to me, you see the load that I have, you must take all. It's a simple give and take business. And it is nothing more than that. But it's beautiful, because when you get it, really get it in such a supreme state. It's a beautiful state that you try to remember the state. Because that remembrance and that memory will always bring you again back. Now I would say that you can call, you two can come to make a puja if you like, and I think you have not been before. Maybe you have done. You been before? No. Who else is there? No, of course, I know. She's there. She's very much there. I know how very well. Come on. Yes, come here, come on. For those who have not been, yeah, she's very good. Who else? All right. क्या जानेगा? करने आए? You come. Sit down. You come. Now who else? Yes. You have done it? No, Katika? Then you come down. Hold on. Bala, have you? No, you never came for the puja before. Yeah. I don't know. No, let him come on. 5 or 7 is a good idea. 5 is a good idea. 5 will be better. Come forward. तैयार होना तो मुश्किल जाएगा। इसमें बैठे हैं, जरा ऊँचे पे बैठे ना, ऊँचे पे बैठे तो अच्छा रहेगा। इस पर थाली में रहेंगे, वो अच्छा। हाँ, थाली में दो लोग अच्छा, थाली में पैर बैठे हैं, मुश्किल होता है। हाँ, गणेश जी पूजा करें। First, we will be doing Ganesh, and later on you can give it in the puja. Yeah. कुछ मीठा मंगा लिए? कुंकू दे दो मैंने, पहले सबको लगा दे कुंकू थोड़ा। Alex, you've done puja before?
When tomorrow away?
You did it. So you can sit otherwise. Good idea. Come now, you also join that. Now. So jara khol lo jara. Come now, come here. All of you come here. This is just this side. Hello, how are you? I've been asking for you. Huh? May God bless you to come. I'm so happy. We all have been waiting for you to come down. You got drenched? You need something to wipe your hair. Oh, it's all drenched. Oh, no. Give him some towel, please. Let him have some towel. Oh. Give him something to brush. Yeah. David, you also join here because you've not been before to this puja, so come along. wipe your head, and you join here. Actually, a little higher situation would be better for washing feet, you know. You can give me a chair or something, would be better for washing. यही बैठे हैं गद्दी रखे
गद्दी रख दो उनको
अच्छा ठीक है उसको किसको तो पी लो और समथिंग दोनों ही रखे Very good comfort. You are one of them who are wrong. I invite you. Okay. Want to take it now? Yes. Very good. Yes. The class is not up. It is not up. It is very important. Enough in the food space and find out. Give a button. That's enough. Are you right? Nadia, Vera, all of these more together. First is always the first of foremost, the one who is created the first is Sri Ganesh. He is the innocent and he is the one who came on this earth as our Lord. And he is the one who is to be respected from beginning to the end. He is like the vice chancellor at every time. When you cross every chakra, you have to search it. Because he is innocent and he is the one who judges you the best. So, he is to be worshipped every moment, but first of all, for the beginning of any work or anything, you have to ask him that if there is any hurry, you can put your hands like this, and say, if there is any hurry in our worship or anything, please remove it and be our guide. See, because he is the one who removes all the hurry. And he is the one who gives us the wisdom. So give us, grant us wisdom and remove all the hurry of this worship of ours. If there is any worship that is done to us in a wrong way, forgive us and you guide us in the proper way. This is what you have to ask guidance from him. So this is the symbol now we have, I think. This is the symbol of Sri Ganesh. You have got. This is the symbol. Because this one is in the form. It's ellipse. Now you can see it vibrating just now here. Improve. But every Ganesha is not like this. See, we tried with so many of these suparis. It's not like that. They are very few. See, this one is selected by me. That's why it was written in the 10 Commandments that you don't make any mistakes. Because you can. When you make mistakes. And then you might have opposite vibration. That's why it was prohibited. But here it is vibration. Now in India there are Ashtavinaka. 8 of them have come out of the mother earth. Nobody has made them. That's it. And they edit vibration. See now, Baba? It will increase now. He will be prasanna, means he will be happy. He will do it. Better? Itu dah nanya. Buku habis. Dah kita berat. Oh. I have brought mine also. Just take that. I have brought mine. Now see. Is better now? Better means what happens, your thoughts become much less and you start settling down. Attention becomes concentrated. So in the human way we do it, is to be with the body. And the anointing, we say. The way we do our own child, it is the same way we do others. It's to be with the body. Imagine human beings being in the body. It's a play. This is known as asana, for sitting down. These things have been found out by many things, these things, that if you put these things, they create more vibration. And they create, they like, they discover. Because these things have been sitting for ages in that condition. And they wanted to find out what is with them, what should we do and all that. So they found out all these secrets. They found out even such a secret, what oil the mother uses, what kind of a thing she uses for her food. All there are many things. So there are 3 places of it they found out. It's something so surprising sometimes the way they have described it. That's why I say Devi Bhagavat must be read, but Devi Bhagavat is not in English, isn't it? It is in English?
Devi Bhagavat.
But you have got the names of the deity and all that. So that you can bring some of them. So we can start later on when we just start watching. How many books do you have?
We have only one.
Only one? Also, Lalitas Sahasrara name is